Conformity and blind obedience can suspend critical thinking and imprison consciousness. The experimental psychology of the 20th century sought to show, with empirical data, how real and frightening these observations are. Through carefully conducted experiments, scholars such as American psychologist Stanley Milgram and Polish-American psychologist Solomon Asch demonstrated that the average human, when placed under social pressure or institutional authority, relinquishes their critical autonomy with disturbing ease. And the most unsettling part, they do this believing they are acting correctly. Milgram's experiment, conducted in 1961 at Yale University, was a landmark in the history of social psychology. Its goal was simple, yet morally explosive: to measure how far an ordinary person would be willing to inflict pain on another, simply because an authority figure ordered it. The result was shocking. More than 60% of participants administered potentially fatal shocks to a stranger, who was actually an actor, just because the scientist, in a white lab coat and calm tone, said, "Please continue the experiment." These people were not sadistic or cruel. They were ordinary citizens, teachers, bankers, housewives. Obedience to authority nullified their moral judgment. They sweated, hesitated, but continued. Personal conscience was silenced by the belief that someone above knew what they were doing. Milgram not only exposed the devastating power of authority over individual conscience, but also proved in practice what Bonhoeffer had already written in his cell: "The stupid do not act out of malice, but out of surrender of reason." Meanwhile, pioneering social psychologist Solomon Asch in the 1950s explored another crucial aspect: group pressure. His conformity experiment involved asking people to identify which line, among several, was equal to a model. The answer was obvious, but the participants were surrounded by actors who deliberately chose the wrong answer. What happened? More than 1/3 of the time, individuals yielded to the majority, even knowing they were wrong. Why? To avoid the discomfort of difference, to not appear strange, to belong.